Hi, how are you?
Good on you.
Okay, so Kim is in South Africa. I want to introduce her. She's a phenomenal conceptual artist. Her work just blew me away when I looked at it. And I recommend everyone go to her site to have a look and see what work she's doing.
I want to tell you a little bit of the cute Mandela stories that we've got personally. So, do you know this book? It's very, very light. Can you see what it says?
Jewish Memories of Mandela. No, I don't.
So you have to have this book if this is what you do. Okay. So it's a book. It's got pictures and stories of everyone in the South African Jewish community and Mandela. It talks about Mandela, called Life on the Run. It's got a picture of my brother, Guy, and Mandela and the Dalai Lama in it. Basically, there's this incredible book, and they ask people, if you've got a story of Mandela, give it to us, send it to us for this book. So obviously they knew the famous ones, the political ones, Dennis Goldberg, but one of the things that used to happen with Mandela is every year on the 18th of July, his birthday, everyone would go past his house and drop flowers and birthday cards. Lots of children used to do it. We always used to do it. We used to take these birthday cards past his house, okay? So this is 2009, okay? So I sent in the one birthday card that I had made a copy of, and then we gave him the birthday card. This is my daughter, who's now 18. She got a double-page spread.
I'm very happy because it's birthday Mandela. That's adorable.
Yeah.
It's just...
So she got this double-page spread in the newspaper. I mean, in this book, in this like historic document, and it was very, very special to us, okay? So let me just show you. Hold on. So, okay, so that was when we dropped it off. This, and I think this was 2010, a year later, we went to do the same thing, 2018, but he was, 2010, but he was having a party at his house. And so he had a huge love for children. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were trying to say, well, let our children in. And then can't we go in? Can't we go and say hello as he walks to his party? I mean, lots of people we knew were going to the party. Can't we go in? So then they suddenly said, okay, Mandela wants all the children to come in. And I was incredibly lucky because I had a little child, a baby in arms. So I was the adult that they allowed in with all the children. Can you see this great photo?
Yeah, amazing.
Here is Mandela walking.
Wow.
And then this is how I got in, holding my little child. But basically my kids and a whole bunch of other kids, so I was actually we were all lucky because I was the photographer. So all the kids were allowed in. Here's the photograph of all the kids we knew, kind of thing. And it's quite an important thing to mention. Like outside Mandela's house, there was a whole thing that happened every 18th of July. And then sometimes they let the children in to come to the party, to see him walk. He wanted to come and talk to the children, but they actually wouldn't let him. They wanted him just to go to the party, okay? So the next thing that I have to show you is when Mandela it was 1 year he was voting. So obviously he wasn't president that year. It was after him. So we went to the same place, which was right near us. We knew where he'd be voting, to see if we could spot him. Okay, so this is a photograph I took. This is how close he was to us.
Wow.
Okay, he was getting out of his car. Okay, there's a couple more photographs.
Wow. Wow.
And this was my daughter who was with us. who's now 18 as well, Ruby.
Ruby.
Okay. And she got so shy. The only person in the crowds of people that he was interested in was this little girl. And she just got shy in that moment and didn't take her moment. He would have held her, touched her, hugged her, whatever. And anyway, but it was very special. And then we also we had a sighting of him actually doing the vote. This was a photograph, can you see?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. And then we went that day with my other kid, with Jude, my other son, to vote.
Nice.
So I've got all these pictures on us voting in here's Ruby and my husband Colin,
Fantastic.
Anyway, okay, and then the other thing that I want to show you that I think you would love for the exhibition. After Mandela died, once we all went to outside of his house, flowers, people singing "My President, My President." They kept this chant, "My President, My President," and it was this incredible vibe and atmosphere in South Africa. We were so pleased with ourselves and what had happened, this miraculous thing that happened in our country. And I've got amazing photographs of Wilfred, our gardener who works with us. He came with us, and my children, we were all there. I've got such beautiful photographs. But what I wanted to show you is on the news, people were dancing. And if you can see this piece of art over here, people made artworks of Mandela, okay? And it was all on the news, okay? So what I decided to do was buy the one artwork. First of all, I loved it. It was incredibly historic. But it was in the news, but it was just representative of what people had done. Right. They went and made art so they could dance with it. And it was all outside Madiba's house, which is quite an important, if you ask people, I'm sure many people have stories about going outside of his house for his birthdays, before he died, after he died. So it's quite a beautiful thing, how people, all my children saw Mandela with their own eyes.
Right.
Whether even my little baby who was 1, you didn't know what it was, still was in his presence.
Part of your family legacy now.
Yeah. So here's Jude.
Hello.
Jude, hi, I'm Dina. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Okay, let's hear your story.
So what happened was, when Mandela died, I went to his house and I painted a rock, because a whole bunch of people were painting rocks and putting them outside his house on the pavement. And I think it was about 6 years later, my friend went to his house on the day he died, 6 years later, and he found my rock.
Oh, that's amazing. That's just such a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Such personal, meaningful memories connected with it, with art and culture. And
yeah, I remember my husband's father once was in Killarney bookshop in exclusive books, and Mandela, who lived near, was there. And so he walked up to him and he shook his hand. It was like people just believed he was part of our family kind of thing. And I'm not saying that,
the people's president.
People's president, exactly. It's just the way people operated, and the way that what he put out, so such access.
Right, authentic and access, yeah. So Kim, I really want to thank you so much for this beautiful story.